Please pray with me. May these words that I speak be grounded in my soul, encouraged by the God presence in me, and may these words that you hear be captured by your soul, enlivened by the God presence in you. Amen. This has been a difficult last 12 days. The sudden and unexpected death of my younger sister has turned my world upside down. And now here we are, gathered on this third Sunday of Advent, the Sunday we light the candle of joy. So how do I speak about joy in the midst of my sorrow and grief? There is a tendency in our culture to say that there is no joy when life takes this kind of turn, especially when a death is involved. But I need to say this. There have been, and I know there will continue to be, many, many moments of joy present in the sadness and grief of this loss. It is often said that it is only because we know sorrow that we can truly know joy. The problem, it seems to me, is that we often see times of joy as standalone events or moments. A celebration of a birthday, a wedding ceremony, a baptism, a fabulous holiday, or a spectacular dinner. But if joy is only recognized in isolated events, there is a great, great danger of missing the day-to-day joy that is so much a part of life. A day-to-day joy that is present even in sorrow, sickness, and death. This kind of joy is no longer something I imagine to be true. It has been my experience these past 12 days. So where is the joy? I have experienced a more subtle kind of joy, not that can't stop smiling, deep laughing, happy feeling kind of joy. My joy has been profound in its simplicity, its deep resonance that continues to warm my heart. You see, my friends, in the sadness of the loss of my sister Lori, I opened to the deep, deep love that I felt for her, and there was joy in that love. In the confusion and disbelief of the loss, I opened to the deep love I felt for my partner Ramin, needing his strength, holding on to him, and there was joy in each embrace. In the grief of this sudden gap in my family, I opened to the deep love that we have for each other despite our immense dysfunction. I opened to a love that was broken open by our shared pain. And I felt joy in the unbreakable and unshakable bonds of family. In the unimaginable reality of the end of a life too soon, I opened to the deep love and care expressed by extended family, by friends, by this community, and even by strangers, including the photo lab technician at London Drugs. And I felt joy in knowing we were being held by so many. In truth, the God presence was deepened in my sorrow and sadness, breaking my heart wide open and filling me with a warm, gentle presence that was pure joy. This well of joy that I experienced within my sorrow, I believe, is what gave me the strength to speak at my sister Laurie's service last Sunday. And it was important for me to not only share her life and my relationship with her, but also to share with the many, many, mostly non-church folk who gathered something of how I understand God in times like this. I said to them first, don't tell me that it was her time. It is a distant, puny, and unloving God that would choose to give someone a fatal disease, someone who had lived so well and deserved to live so much longer. That kind of God is not the God I know. And then I said to them, don't tell me that she has gone to a better place. I think this place is pretty damn good. And it is a distant, puny, and very, very selfish God that would take her from us to make God feel better. That is not the God I know. This way of understanding, this way of believing in God is why I struggle so deeply with the words to our Lord's Prayer. Words that are directed to a distant, selfish, judgmental, conditional love kind of God. A God that is out there somewhere. That is not the God I know. No. My God is not someone or something that you believe in or not. My God is pure love. The love that I feel in my heart and that I experience in my life. It's not something I have to believe in, it's something I just know. That is God. My God is the love that birthed this incredible universe and is found at the center of every single living thing. My God is the center of every joy and the center of every sorrow in every moment of life. Faith, my dear friends, is trusting the power and presence of love in our lives. That is the God I know. That is the God at the center of Isaiah that Bev read this morning. For love is my salvation. I will trust and not be afraid. Sing for joy, for great in your midst is the Spirit of God, the Spirit of love. That is the God at the center of Paul's letter to the people at Philippi. Rejoice in love always. God is near. Do not worry about anything. The peace of God will open your heart and mind. That is the God at the center of the story I told the children this morning. Sarah's sadness and loneliness, even the table's sadness and loneliness, was turned to joy through loving relationship, through acts of love. That is the God at the center of my life in these last 12 days. Love expressed through tears of sadness, and there were lots of tears. Love experienced embracing my partner, my parents, my children, my grandchildren, my siblings. Love witnessed in compassion and care in this time. Love known in the precious life of my beautiful sister. Yesterday morning, I received a text from my son, Aaron. And you need to know that that is not something that happens often. He texts usually a week to a month after I have texted him, but he texted unsolicited yesterday, and he said, "This is going to seem random, Dad, but Saman, his wife, and I were talking about how Megan, his sister, and I used to get gifts from Santa at Christmas. So I thought I should say thank you. Now that I realize it was you and Mom, knew this years ago, of course. So thank you for all those years of gifts. I still remember my excitement, he might as well have said joy, from things like the Nintendo and the GT snow sled. I texted back immediately, "You're welcome." And it's not random, really. It's at times like this, times when we are sad and vulnerable, that our deep gratitude comes to mind. And so I said to him, "I am so grateful for you and Megan and the families you both have created. I love you and miss you all deeply." He texted right back, "We love and miss you too." This, my friends, is the never-ending story of joy. Those celebratory, happy times of joy will come and they will go, but deep joy is always there in the good times and the not so good times. It is with deep, deep sorrow that I say goodbye to my sister Lori. And it is with deeper, deeper joy that I will remember her always. Every single one of us has known sorrow. That is the way of life. But also know that woven into the fabric of sorrow and sadness, there is also the joy and gratitude that is found in deep, abiding love. Let your heart break wide open. And there you too will find the never-ending story of joy. Amen. Amen.